When we embarked on this journey, we never thought we would be stuck in Portugal for a global pandemic. We're Tanya and Adam. We live in our tiny home on wheels, Jitters. So far, we've lived in a van for 8 months, travelling through wild Ireland, rugged Scotland, and now beautiful Portugal. Our plan was to spend the whole of 2020 exploring Europe, but of course, like the rest of the world, our plans changed. When the true scale of COVID-19 emerged, we decided to find somewhere we could responsibly self-isolate. We were lucky enough to find this small farmhouse with our brilliant host, João. The small farm in Arabida National Park is where we spend the COVID-19 lockdown. So we've just finished speaking to our Airbnb host, João, who is so nice, and we feel like we've really lucked out because he owns like this whole, I guess, farmland that used to belong to his grandfather, and he's built different cottages or houses, and he's got like, it's just absolutely stunning. So we'll just take you on a little tour. Obviously there's Jit, he's just there, and this is the entrance. Dun, dun, dun. Where's Adam?
I'm in the kitchen.
Okay.
So.
Oh, whoa, there we go.
Dishwasher.
Yes!
Like what? Fridge, freezer.
Oh my god, look at all that room!
Yeah. What?
Okay, so we are going to be making smoothies.
Oh, nice cream.
Oh, yes.
This is a bin.
Oh, very exciting.
Bathroom.
The bathroom. Oh, it looks so lovely. And it has like the azulejos inspired sink and bits. And then this is our new room. That is so good. Look, that's so sweet. The privilege of having outside space has never been highlighted more than during these times, and we were determined not to take it for granted. This is our first outing from our new little house, little cottage. There it is. And we are on the hunt for some dry wood for the fire. And pine cones.
Like so.
After so long on the road, it was quite a change to be still, to spend so much time in one place, knowing this would be our home for the next month minimum. In the evenings came rain and a drop in temperature. The quality of the light changed and a fire suddenly became a good idea.
So we are off to see some very special friends of ours. We've known them since they were quite small, and they're growing more and more every day.
Will I say what it is?
Yeah, should we just show them?
Okay. Bunnies! Not only were we lucky enough to have outside space as therapy, but there were also bunnies on the grounds. We made an effort to see these little guys almost every day. We got to see them grow up. Spending time with them genuinely improved our mood. These tiny little lives, oblivious to the events of the world, were the antidote to social distancing. One of them even wanted a tour of Jits.
Ready to meet Jits, Paulie?
It didn't take long for him to make himself at home. Like, really at home. He's throwing himself down to relax. That's perfect. Absolutely bally gold.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. side by side, our fears are done.
And so the days went on. We saw bunnies, we worked out, enjoyed having a freezer, played games, and made the most of the beautiful place we were in.
Hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
We studied the flowers and bugs, another world within our world. Life became routine but far from dull. The sound of the goats going home every evening, the light changing with the hours, the sun setting. We enjoyed our life on pause, not once forgetting how privileged we were to be safe and well during this pandemic.
I'm doing it!
Eventually, our time at the cottage under the mountain came to an end, but we didn't leave the farm. Even though the cottage had a new guest, João, our host, was kind enough to let us park on the farm until we felt safe to leave. He even hooked us up with some amenities. We have the best hosts ever! Look, they brought us electricity and they sorted us out with the water!
So we are really settling into our new space here. We don't know exactly how long we're going to be here, so we're just bedding in. We're going to make the most of it. Got seats and outside area. There's our workout station there, which is hopefully going to get a lot of use because we're not doing much else in terms of activity wise. We've got the mountains, an incredible view. We actually get to wake up to this view and look out of our bedroom window, and yeah, the sunrise is beautiful here if we're up early enough to see it, which we have been a couple of times. This whole place here is actually a little bit of a sun trap, so yeah, that's good. It's a nice place to chill out when the weather's lovely, which it isn't always. I have to say, it rains a lot here too, which is why it's so green. We have got our electricity here sorted, and as you can see, I have put the connections into a plastic bag and wrapped it up because when it rains it pours, so we want that to be safe. And we also have a hose pipe, so we've got water obviously, which means we can keep topping up jits, and we've got electricity, which means we don't need to worry about running out of battery, and we can keep the fridge really cold and actually freeze things. But we are prepared and very happy and feeling very fortunate to have this safe place for us to actually be back in Jitters and to enjoy being in the van. Even though we loved being in the cottage, which is actually here, you can see it behind me, we still spent lots of time in Jits, and it's just nice to be back in Jits. It feels like we're back onto van life, so some kind of normality, even though the world is far from normal. But yeah, very happy. You happy?
I'm happy because I can blend. Wait.
Oh yeah, it plugs straight into the wall.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can hear that. I mean, I'm assuming you can hear that because it's remarkably loud. But there is a massive thunderstorm coming in.
You didn't have windows in your van, you'd be missing out on all of this.
Open the window quickly.
Quick, jits, don't get wet. Whoa!
That, I don't think it is a lot heavier than it looks on the camera.
Yeah. You
Okay,
can.
close it.
There were some long days of rain feeding the land, and we reacquainted ourselves with spending time in Jits until it cleared and the sun came. Then, as Adam hadn't had his haircut since we were in Porto 3 months ago, we thought he needed a trim before he joined the outside world. I feel like everyone's in the same boat because everyone's doing the lockdown haircut, so...
So it doesn't matter if I look ridiculous.
Exactly. Well, you already look ridiculous, look. Show everyone.
You can't go any worse.
Hey, you look great. So here we are in the orchard. It's absolutely stunning here. It's filled with lots of fruit and veg. There are blueberries and pumpkins, courgettes. What else is there?
Apples, lemons, grapes.
Lots of grapes. So yeah, and everything is in its baby form at the moment, which is really cute.
Yeah, tiny underdeveloped fruit. So this tree here is a pomegranate tree, and I've never seen baby pomegranates, but here they are, and they're actually furry to touch.
Unlike Adam, I grew up in cities. I didn't spend time in orchards or fields as a child, and to do so now is a real privilege. I love the feeling of being amongst nature. For a while, the small farm in Portugal was our home, and whilst it wasn't part of the plan, we couldn't complain. The whole year was supposed to be dedicated to exploring Europe, and although we spent far longer here than we were expecting, stopping in one place and truly getting to know it is another way of exploring. We were basically paused on holiday and so grateful.
So our time at the farm is coming to an end. We've been here for almost 2 months now, which I think is longer than we expected, although we didn't really know what we were expecting. But yeah, Portugal is returning to some kind of normality. People are out and about again. So we're just watching the situation and working out what's best to do for us. But we think we're going to be traveling again soon-ish.
Yeah, it's going to feel really weird being out and about and
Yeah,
out exploring and jits back
back on the road.
back on the road.
All of the van life routines that we have to get used to again.
Yeah, but I think we just overall just feel really fortunate to have found a safe place to be while we were
Yeah.
here. We've had access to the outdoors. We got to see the bunnies.
Yeah, it's amazing. We've been so lucky.
So lucky. So yeah, we're just really excited. And actually, we also got a chance to finally film our van tour, which has been highly requested, and that's really exciting. That's gonna come up next after this video. So make sure you are subscribed and that you do hit the notifications bell, because that will be coming up very soon after this one.
Yeah. And then the video after that will hopefully be a video of us traveling again. Fingers crossed, wherever we'll be.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed our film, let us know in the comments and please give us a thumbs up. It really does help our channel grow. And for regular JITS updates, come find us on Instagram.
So one of the things that we've loved noticing on the farm is all the ants. There's so many of them, and these little ant highways pop up where they're all just busying themselves doing something, and it's just fascinating to watch. You have a look at them here. You can actually see the road carved into the ground.